Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan with your Piney podcast. Little Joan won't stay in her seat, so she's up here. Um, so, what's going on? NewJersey.com says the beer virus has 411 new cases and 8 deaths. The transmission rate is now 1.23, continues to go down. And, you know, the spin for this is numbers, 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 always sort of trying to point to the bad numbers. Like they mentioned in the article something, like almost every time they mention this, New Jersey's hospitalization have largely stabilized over the last few months after peaking at more than 8,000 in mid-April. Like I get it, you can put it in context, but this is literally a daily article, and that's in here. I'm I'm pretty sure it's been in here almost every time. Um, so anyhow, the only other news is the South Jersey Mini Golf Pro is on a TV show on ABC called Holy Moly, which is I think hosted by Rob Riggle, who's very funny. And so good luck to you, South Jersey mini golf guy. Um, and then they're still talking about Attilis Gym and the fallout from the storm, which is still bad. A lot of people don't have power, and sorry about that. If you're watching this on a phone, I hope your power comes on soon. Speaking of which, the webcomic factory's been down, and that has nothing to do with power outage, I don't think, but trying to fix it. But this is an opinion piece about the Attilis Gym guys, and they're cautioning Murphy to avoid revenge. Like that shouldn't even be a consideration. That you shouldn't have to write an article about this, but you actually have to do because I think a lot of our politicians, especially the Democrats, these days have become so arrogant. Yeah, you got to tell them, hey, don't do this. Now, this guy is not a fan of the Attilis Gym guys. He seems to consider them, he or she, who is it? Oh, this is a South Jersey Times editorial board. They don't consider what the gym is doing to be good. But uh, they say things that to me don't seem completely accurate. The governor has sufficient reason to keep gym closed. You know Murphy's drill. Inside is worse than outside, and unrelated people sweating in confined, insufficiently ventilated spaces is worse still. That assumes that Tillis is insufficiently ventilated. Okay? This isn't China. China had a real problem with ventilation because the ventilation went through the buildings or their apartments went into each other, and they should all be separate. Um, but what this article does, or this opinion piece does point out, is that over in Philly, let's see, where I can find it. Yeah, they have gyms open in Philly. Where the heck is it? Um, yeah, I mean, like there are other gym guys that are pleading with Murphy to open their gym somehow, but in Pennsylvania they're open. Where the hell was this? God, man, I know it was in here. Man, did they edit it as I was reading it, or am I just that stupid? Uh, Dozens of gym operators have pleaded their cases calmly, taking advantage of the slightly opened windows like outdoor training and by appointment sessions. See, Attilis did that. They took all their equipment outside at one point, but it didn't seem to matter, you know. So, I mean, seems to me that if they're going to bother to take their stuff all the way outside, you could at least say, okay, yeah, as long as you're outside, you'll be good. But you know, they're recommending a fines of up to $10,000 a day at Attilas. You know, these guys got a GoFundMe page. Maybe they could pay it, but that just seems incredibly excessive. And I don't know where. Maybe I read a different article, but Pennsylvania apparently opened their gyms again with limited capacity. Same thing with their restaurants. You know, I don't see why we can't do that here. Philly's doing it right across the river. Why can't we do it here? There's not a big weather differential here, and this has just gone on too long, is what it boils down to. I'm seeing people just not wearing their mask. They're getting sick of it. You know, they're becoming less and less enamored with this whole, the whole novelty. Oh my God, we're all going to die. They just want to go back to their lives, you know, and it just seems to be dragging on and on and on. And it's like, how are you going to do this until you're up for re-election next year? Because I guarantee you, these masks will be gone next year when he's up for re-election. Because they'll be so unpopular. He'll say, okay, yeah, get rid of them. Yeah, tell everybody it's all gone. That's what he's going to do. This is, again, it's all for the election this November. And I don't know what they promised you, Murphy, but it better be good, because I don't see you getting reelected when it's your turn.